We're going to begin our senior speeches. Everybody please.
Speeches!
Everybody please give the seniors your undivided attention.
Hi guys, I'm Sarah. So I started coming to camp when I was 10 years old, like a little later than most people. And I remember when I was 9, Mary and Maria were like at my house getting ready to go to camp for like their 4th time, I guess. And my parents like called me over and they're like, "Do you want to go to camp tomorrow?" And I said yes. And they said I couldn't go. But Mary and Maria are really the ones who got me to come to camp because they loved it so much and they're always so excited. So one of my favorite things about camp is that I get to share it with my whole family. I go with Mary, my sister, and Peter, my brother, and Maria and Anna. And I remember one time at Thanksgiving, a really long time ago, my Uncle Rich started singing the camp song. And we all just sang together around the table. And like we talked about all like our uncle's memories and then ours. And that's like really one of my favorite things that my whole family's here. And you guys are my family too. You've become my family over like the last 8 years, so I'm so glad I met all of you. Okay, so I want to say a couple of shout-outs to Mary, my sister, who's crying right now already. I'm so glad we got to camp together. And like, there's always like one night, usually like in March, just like when we're really camp sick. We're just like sitting in the basement together. We're just like laughing and crying about all our camp memories. Peter, my brother, so glad he's here. Because I've been without him for the last 2 weeks, and he's probably my best friend. And Maria, I'm so glad you were able to come this week to see me graduate. And Anna. And I'm so glad you kept going back to camp, because you hated it so much. I'm so glad you love it now, and you'll keep coming back. And it's my 2 best friends from camp, Rena and Julia. We've always known each other from 10th Street, but I remember like 6 years ago, the first time we stayed 2 weeks, we got in trouble over the weekend, and we had to clean the church. And that's like, that time was like when we really became best friends. When Rena had to clean the church basement in the dark. The lights turned on. And I know, you two will always be my best friends, and we'll be together when we're like 80 years old, so dancing at 10th Street. And to all my Cabin A girls, I love you all so much. Woo! A. And to all of the seniors here, I'm so proud of all you guys. We made it through high school, and I know you guys are all going to go on to great things. I'm so glad I got to spend this last week with you. Okay, I guess that's it, but I want to say something to all the younger kids here. You always have to come back to camp. Always come back, never skip a year, because you need it here. You need to be here. And I know you guys all love it, so keep coming back. And I also want to say, make the most of it while you're here. Like, you're not too cool for anything. Just have fun, sing, and keep coming back. And I also want to say a few of my favorite memories. When we saw the Green Lady again this weekend. Singing in the bathhouse every night, and especially over the weekends. Last year when I had to wash Anna's face every night. Our 2-minute showers, like during the last minutes of free time, we're all rushing and screaming around. And I think my favorite camp memory was last week, walking to evening prayers the first night, and we ran out of prayer sheets. And that just made me so happy that there are so many kids here. So, thank you, everyone. Thanks to the staff, to Father and Pani, for making camp so great. Thank you.
So, hi guys, my name's Christiana, and this is actually my first and last year here, so yay newbies. Okay, so honestly, I never really wanted to attend Camp Nazareth. Not because I was anti-religious or anything, but I just didn't have the desire to go. This year, my senior year, my little sister Anastasia wanted me to go with her. So after an 8-hour bus ride, I found myself here. I decided I'd try to keep an open mind through this week, which was really difficult given the fact that I wasn't able to drink coffee. Nevertheless, I made it through sports, OT, plain chant, faith enrichment, and all the church services. Nothing seemed to hit me on an emotional or spiritual level, at least until yesterday night, when I had the tremendous opportunity to witness the miracle of the weeping icon. You see, I have been seriously debating my beliefs for the past 4 years. Even though I was an active member of the church, through the choir and the soup kitchen, something was lacking. I was singing the notes, but not feeling the music. And then a droplet of myrrh fell into my hand. An event so unexplainable, I was overcome with relief. I had found my faith. You may see it as God's plan. I never wanted to go to camp, but camp offered me a life-changing event. Now I can't seem to make myself leave. I also found myself surrounded by a wonderful group of girls, ones that I'm happy to call my friends. Anna, Rena, Allie, Shirley, Caitlin, and Catherine. I also met my little friend George at camp. I look forward to seeing you guys one day in the future. God bless. Thanks to all of you, and I definitely wish I could come back next year.
Alright, so I started coming to Camp Nazareth in 2004, and I enjoyed coming. On the bus ride here, Jess Pack became my first friend from the camp friends here. We sat on the 8-hour-long bus ride playing our DS's or Game Boys or something like that. And then I got to camp and did the whole thing throughout the week. And then I went home. I enjoyed camp. It was, I had fun playing sports and things like that. But the next year, I decided not to come. I just didn't really feel the need to go, I suppose. Then the next year, I went again, and I actually met some of my best friends. Mike Kowal and I and Chris Greenhill. What's that? There's Mike. We were the clergy bros, right? No, we had the handshake, Mike. and yeah, we had the most amount of fun. And Greg Cowell too. We had so much fun. I experienced, being able to be with so many friends that shared the same, beliefs as me, the same values and things like that. So the next year, I came for 2 weeks, and during the middle of the second week, I called my mom when there was still a payphone here, and I begged her to let me stay another week, and then she said okay. So I stayed 3 weeks for the first time, just boom, did it, and I went all in, and it was great. I then realized that this is the place that I want to be at. This is the place that I never want to really leave, but unfortunately we all have to. I don't know, I just met so many good people here, and the activities that we do and everything, you can't explain it. It's just really, it's great. Let's see. So, alright, so then, throughout the years, stayed multiple weeks here and there, depending on when I could come, and throughout those years, like I said, I met more and more friends. I met two of my best friends, Tim Poprowski and Alexei Lee. They are just the most, you guys are the best. I couldn't think of any other people that I'd rather be friends with. I love singing with you guys and talking with you guys, and you are the most generous and kind guys I've ever met. I can't even think of people like you in my daily life. I wish that I could always be with you guys, so that's why we have conventions and bowling tournaments that we go to, and in church, Alexei, of course, and I wish I could be with you guys, all the time. I wish we could go to college together and things like that. Now, some memories that I'll take from here were the skits, which were always hilarious. Cabin 8's skit a few years ago when they did battles against each other, and they had the Lysol Man and the Cone Man and Banana Man, I think, also. That was really funny. Sports. What's that?
Chant while talking man.
Yeah, chant while talking man. Yeah. Sports, of course. I love playing sports. I love the mixed-up games that the staff here makes. Regular sports wouldn't be as fun. These sports are more fun because no one has ever played them before, for the most part, and so everyone's at an equal, playing level. Hikes to the waterfall with Chris Carlisle. I remember we would literally beg him to take us on the waterfall trail, and recently, a few years ago I guess, they built the steps, which was amazing because otherwise we were pretty much going straight down, and lots of people would fall. Oh yeah, and the one year that the hot water didn't work, that was pretty bad.
Oh boy.
I always remember that because of just how cold it was. I would go in there, and I think I was probably still in cabin 7, and all the cabin 8 guys would say, think of things warm, think of volcanoes, think of a hot island in the Caribbean, come on, just think of something hot and it'll be alright. And we'd all get out shaking, and that was just, it was a great time until I think the second half of the last day the hot water turned on, and we all took 10-minute showers. 10-hour showers, sorry. Most of all, one of the things that I will always miss is the singing. Tim Poprowski and me and Sam Leposki, we started singing together and kind of just realized that it just seemed to work out. And I love singing, especially in the church, because you can't be wrong. You could sing whatever you want. You could be totally off key. You can sing as loud as you want. Hopefully everybody sings as loud as they can, because it all blends together and then it sounds good. And it's something you can't reproduce. You can record it, but it's still not the same thing. It's still not the same thing unless you're in person. And over the years, Tim, Sam, and I, our singing abilities have improved here and there, and we were able to you know, make sense of different notes, different hymns, and it just sounded great. I also have a little note to wrap it up to the younger campers, and I guess to everybody here. I honestly didn't realize how fast this was going to be coming up. I unfortunately didn't really write my speech until yesterday and today, and you can't put all the good things and the memories into a speech, especially in 2 days. I don't think anybody ever could record and talk about all the amazing things that happen at this camp. It leaves me speechless. To the younger campers, please, as Sarah said, keep coming back. You can't reproduce this anywhere else. This is here, and it's not gonna, you know, we hope that you will all take what you've learned here and take it out into the world, but you can't reproduce this kind of environment anywhere else. No matter what kind of camp you go to, no matter what kind of counselors you have at any other camp, it's not going to be the same, because we build friendships with the counselors here. We build friendships with each other. And also, as Sarah said, please enjoy every single moment, because you know, I was kind of going through the checklist today saying, you know, this is my last lunch ever as a camper at Camp Nazareth, my last dinner, this is my last skip practice, this is my last everything. And so it's not my last day, it's my best day. But it hits you, it really does. And so I really hope that all of you keep coming back and that you enjoy every second you have here.
Every year when I come to camp, I realize that camp is not a place with a pool. It's a place where I could grow and have fun in Christ. I would like to thank all of you for my 4 years that I have at camp. One of my memories was have to be my second year, or probably my third year, when His Grace, Bishop Gregory, decided to dump a water bucket on Father Chenowin's. I'd like to also thank Father Stephen for all the programs during the past 4 years, and if it wasn't for camp, I wouldn't have met such great friends, including Ben Worby, Victoria Spit, Harry Moronet, Tim McCloskey, Katie Hewitt, Emily Anderson. They've been such great friends to me over the 4 years of camp, and so will all of you guys. And I'm truly blessed to have spent my 4 years with all of you guys. And I would like to also thank the clergy for allowing me to grow my faith and learn about my faith and grow in Christ. So, if you guys, all my family, I love each and every one of you. And if I could come back next year as a counselor, hopefully, I would be honored to do that, because you guys mean so much to me, and to the youngers. Keep coming to camp, enjoy camp while it lasts, and just have fun. Thank you.
Okay. Hey guys. My first year at camp was, I believe, '04 or '05, and it was a good time. I got a lot of great memories from that first year. I remember my first two counselors were Chris Carlisle and Chris Greenhill, and I thought that was so cool because at 9 years old, that was really easy to remember. The first arts and crafts we did that year was a pillowcase, and then our senior arts and crafts thing we did was another pillowcase. So, thank you, Mike. I remember like the first 3 years winning the sports championships, and that was really cool to me. Other great memories, back then Father Michael Ellis was the director, and we always did the Lost and Found singing, and that was hilarious to watch. I would never lose anything, I was too embarrassed. And then I remember, I believe, my first year in Cabin 7, there were a lot of kids that year, and we had overflow. And I don't think any one of the chosen 6 are here today, but there were a few of us, only 6, and we got to stay up in Cabin B, I believe.
Oh, yes!
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Yeah. And that was really cool. But then one year, I believe it was the year after that, I decided not to come to camp because I guess back then I just thought I had better stuff to do. I didn't come for about 3 or 4 years, and I knew I was missing something. So about 4 years ago, I decided to come back with the urging of my little siblings. Vladimir, Anna, and Dimitri back there. And when I got back, it was almost like I never left. I remembered everything. It was just as much fun as before. Met up, reunited with old friends, and made a lot of new friends. And when I came back the second time, because I was older, I truly remembered like how special this place is to me, and how much fun it is, and how close I am to God here. And I do regret those 4 or 5 years not coming because that was just dumb. So to wrap up, I'm sure I don't have to convince anyone here, and a few of the other seniors said already, but just keep coming back. Don't make my mistake, because you'll never experience anything like camp. So I'd just like to thank God first, because quite literally, none of this would be possible. I'd like to thank my siblings, Vladimir, again, Anna and Dimitri, for giving me that little push. I'd like to thank the Leposki family, Father Stephen and Bonnie, and the kids, wherever they are. There's a lot of them. I'd like to thank Ileana and Mike, who every year does a great job with seniors, and I can tell. And the rest of the staff and the clergy, always learning from them. So listen to them. And the rest of the seniors, we grew up together, and it's kind of sad that it's all over now. And everyone else, everyone here, because this week's probably been the best week, and it's just really special. Thank you.
So, this is my 7th year, I think, at Camp Nazareth, and it does not feel like 7 years. It went by really quickly, and like the bishop said, you have to make it count. Like, the week goes by so quickly, you don't get back. Like, once it's your senior year, once you get to your senior year, you know, you can't come back as a camper, and it's like different once you get to be a counselor. So, I've made some really good friends here. I've learned some interesting songs. I've learned a lot, and I'm gonna miss all my cabinet girls, even though we're in cabinet, and just enjoy it here. Senior year was my best year, and I'm happy I came. So, thank you.
Hi, I'm Victoria, and I decided to write a speech so I wouldn't forget to say anything. So, it's been 5 years at Camp Nazareth, an unforgettable 5 years when I started off like any other camper, scared and longing to go home shortly after the week started. Thankfully, I didn't leave because I would have never made it to this point today. The years have gone by so fast for all of us, and sometimes we forget to take a moment and really revel in our time spent here. Haley Meyernick, you're just one camper of the week. And Emily Anderson are my two sisters that I've always wanted. It's amazing how you can be better friends with people you spend 1 week with a year than people you've gone to school with every day for 13 years of your life. You always hear us laughing at everything that happens, and they're the reason I've wanted to come back to camp year after year. Soon we'll be going our separate ways, but I know we'll always find each other again and continue to talk every single day, no matter what we're doing. I also want to thank all the other Cabin A girls who have also impacted my camp experience, my two cousins, Alexandra and Anna, who I love coming to camp with because we probably only see each other about 4 or 5 times a year. So this just makes it one extra time we can see each other. Tim, Steve, Nick Samachko, Buster the cat, and many other people. Some of the moments I'll miss about camp will be looking up at the chandelier as I walk into church, seeing the magnificent light casting a golden glow around the room, or packing as much people into the corner in the rec room at free time listening to Matt Mallon. It was so funny. This paradise is special because it makes you forget about all the obligations society requires you to do. You also forget your whole life of school, family, or other friends because you're with your camp family. Part of a quote from the book of Ecclesiastes reads that there's a time to cry and a time to laugh, a time to grieve and a time to dance. As a family here, together we cry at services and laugh at pool parties. We grieve when we leave camp and dance the night before it's time to go. And now it's my turn as a camper to go. So thank you to everyone who has ever contributed to making my summers at camp some of the best weeks of my life. So thanks everyone.
So I'm Haley. I'm the one who hurt herself the first day of camp this year. So I really don't know where to begin with this, and I've really been dreading this for the past 2 weeks. This is my first year coming to camp for multiple weeks, but I've been coming for 7 years now, and it's honestly been like amazing. I'm really happy I was blessed with the opportunity to come here each year. Camps had a huge impact on my life, and I met some of my best friends. I remember coming like my first 2 years and knowing literally nobody. And then come 2009, I met Emily Anderson, and 2010 I met Victoria. And each were my best friends, like honestly. I could trust you guys with anything, and we talk every day. I just look forward to coming here every year just to see you two a lot, and obviously everything else. But there's been a lot of good memories over the years. I still remember the bus breaking down in 2010, and being stuck at McDonald's for almost 7 hours, not getting to camp till almost 2 a.m. And that made me almost not want to ever come back. But you know, I sucked it up and I still continued to come. To all the younger campers, just continue coming to camp because it's amazing and you're going to make the best memories, and your senior year is going to approach quickly, and this doesn't matter what people think about you, just be yourself, like be crazy and obnoxious and so I guess I'll do shout outs now because a lot of people wanted them and I wanted to give some. So of course, to Emily and Victoria, to Father Peter, because he's the one who actually convinced me to come here. I'm pretty sure he convinced me for a good 5 years before I actually came. I'm really glad I listened to him because it was honestly the best decision of my life ever coming here. Of course, the Leposki family and Father Stephen for pushing the senior program to Monday so I could still do the candle on Monday. All my Stratford friends, because you know, especially Tim, getting me through church on Sundays and the bus ride. All my Cabernet girls, thanks for all the laughs and the crazy late nights in the cabin, and for dealing with my obnoxious self all the time. My two amazing counselors, Joanna and Angela, because you guys made the past 2 weeks awesome. Yes. And of course all the other staff. And Rachel Pribish, who couldn't come this year, but she was my counselor for 6 out of my 7 years I came. So, yeah. I don't know what else to say. Like, I can't describe this. Like, being up here is so hard, just trying to, like, talk about the past couple of years, 7 years, all in a few minutes, so just enjoy it. It's worth it. Keep coming back. And yeah, I don't know what else to say.
Sorry, the feels are here. I've been coming to camp a long time. Flashback to, it must have been 1999, in 2000. I was, what, 3 or 4? I stayed with my parents in the staff cabin, and those were in the years when you could not drink the water. We had to bring in spring water. We could not drink that water because it was eggy and sulfury and gross. So, but I think Dave Urban was probably there then. I think I remember him. Maybe not, I don't know. Probably. And then there were a couple of years in between that I didn't come. And then my first year as a camper here was 2003. And I got to come a year early because of my dad. Because PK perks, I guess. Yeah. So if you add it up, this is my 12th week here. I mean, my 12th summer here, and my 13th week. This year I finally stepped up and stayed an extra week. And yeah, with all my Stratford friends, we came out. We braved the Pittsburgh week. I knew some people, but I didn't know many people, but I made a lot of new friends. But that last week was fun, and I made a lot of new friends, but it's not the same as this week. This is my week. This is our week. Like, I know pretty much every one of you, and I'm gonna miss all of you, but you guys are all special to me. If I don't know all of your names, I definitely recognize all your faces. Since I've been here, I've gone through 4 camp directors: Father Zach, Father Zuder, Father Ellis, and Panidaria. Oh, Father Stephen, okay. Yeah, I just learned today that all the past 4 or 5 years I've been bowing down to the wrong director, I guess. But thank you very much to the Leposki family, to Father Stephen, Pani Daria, Sam, Nikki, Annie, and Joshi. You guys, there you are, Joshi. Hi, Josh. Took a lot of good selfies with Joshi. You'll see them on Facebook. But you guys are all very special to me for what you do here at camp, and thank you. So my first year here at camp, 2003, as a camper, we had a tornado. There were people from my church that was their first year, and they never wanted to come back because there was a tornado. We were all in the rec room during that tornado warning, and Father Pribish was he always had a video camera, like one of those old tape recorders, and we were all crying. So finally we started singing church hymns to calm down, and there's Father Pribish videoing all of us crying and singing like, oh, there's a tornado. Anyway, I still came back. It didn't stop me, and I've been coming every year since. You know, I like camp sports. I used to hate camp sports because I was not athletic. I'm still not really athletic, but I won a few championships. I've won extreme water polo, blind volleyball, netball, atomic frisbee. Our team was bad, but somehow the red team still won a victory in the end. I don't know how. Must have been those crazy socks, right, Ileana?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And then ring ball last week with Germany and Joanna and Father Deacon Nat. 999. All right. You know, I've always doing sports. I always hated those campers that have been here from other weeks that knew the game so well. It's like, I can't guard you. I'm just learning this sport, and you guys all know this sport already. I'm like, oh, come on, I can't guard you. So this year I was so excited to be one of those campers. And then the first 2 days of ring ball got rained out. I'm like, oh, come on! So, anyway. But I knew bombardment, so it worked anyway. You know, camp is just special, you know. I mean, I guess I've been coming here for so long that I still can't process that I'm not going to be camping next year, you know. As long as I've been here, I believe 2003, my first year, was Chris Carlisle's first year on staff. Yeah, and we've been moving up in the cabins ever since. He's been my counselor the past couple of years. Shout out to Danny Viscalis. First year having him as a counselor, but hey, we love you, Danny. And yeah. And there's nothing that says you're getting old than seeing, within the past year, two of your former counselors, John Bannon and Bill George, become Father Jonathan and Father William. And it's strange, and it's exciting, and I can't begin to describe it. Camp, if it wasn't for camp, those two men probably would not be priests. Father William probably wouldn't be standing here right now. Well, obviously, because we're at camp. Anyway, but it goes to show you how special camp is. All right, now for my shout-outs. All right. Ben and Alexei, you guys are my brothers. We've been coming here for a long, long time. I love you both. I'm going to miss you both next year. Well, that's true. We're gonna be on staff together. Co-counselors, maybe? I don't know. All right. To Nick Samachko, dude, you brighten up my day. You brighten up my day all the time. You're so happy. I love it. To all my other seniors here, you guys are fantastic. Especially Haley being the only person from my church other than me for the past 6 years to come to camp. 7. So that's been great. All of my Cabin 8 boys, Club Osho, you know. Cabin 8 is a state of mind, not a building. All right. Anyway, and everyone else that I can't name everyone because I'd be you know. Biggest shout out goes to Daddy FP, Father Peter. If he wasn't a priest, I wouldn't have come to camp early. I wouldn't have come in 2003 with the early PK perks. Last week was fun, but it was weird because it was the first week at camp without my daddy here. And I mean, we had Father Peter Zarno, so at least there was a Father Peter, but he had hair, so I don't think it was... But, yes, no, I'm gonna be bald. I've accepted that future. It's okay. And it was, on Sunday of this week, when the bus was coming, I ran to that bus, and I wanted to see my dad, because camp isn't camp without him. Oh, here it goes. Okay. So, thank you, Daddy, for everything. We're still going to be here next year because I'm going to come back on staff. And, you know, I'm going to help you with your overtime faith enrichment stuff. I won't be allowed to make fun of you anymore, so I had to get that now. Oh, gosh. Dad. Look down at your shirt, Dad. It says Yukon. That's where I'm going next year. Oh yeah, following in Daddy's footsteps. I'm going to college to be a music teacher. Music, yes. Thank you, Father Chandran. Music. Well, who knows? Okay, I'll keep that in mind, Your Grace. Oh, don't worry, Father Frank already says he has a room for me, we'll see. Yeah. Oh, gosh. I lost my train of thought. Oh, okay, if it wasn't for camp, I used to hate singing. If it wasn't for camp and everyone singing together, my dad used to run plain chants. He was Father Palpatine, but when I was still in that awkward young voice stage, and he would make me sing things for everyone, and I hated it, and I didn't like him for the next day or so. But singing at camp helped me find my voice. I love singing, and helped reintroduce music to me. And that's my life now. Alright, so, thank you everyone. Thank you, Jess Pack. You're not here, you're in the Marines. Well, yeah. I really missed Jess Pack here this week. She's doing a service for us all. So, all the younger campers, see this? This is going to be you. Keep coming. Please keep coming to camp. It's hitting me now. I didn't think it would hit me. It's hitting me now. This place is so special. Just keep coming back. Be the next Caleb Chandran. You're going to be the next 12-yearer. I tell you. Father Chandran's first year as a priest here was the first year that I came here, so we moved up there too. I had to throw in that shout out. Love you, Father Chandran. All the priests, Father Andrew, you've been here almost every year. Father William, you've been my counselor before. Dad, you're my dad. Father John, it's been great getting to know you the past couple of years and singing in the chapel with you. Your Grace, Bishop Gregory, thank you so much for sharing. Thank you for throwing water balloons at me to keep me cool. Thank you for giving me Peace the Reader. Peace can't do the reader? Okay, I thought it was funny. Alright, okay, I'm gonna be Bishop Gregory. I'm going to stop talking now. And I'm going to pass it along before I make myself cry more, but thank you all. You're all my family. I will see you next year. I will come back on staff. I promise you. I'll be here.
Alrighty. Hey guys. Hi. Hi, Nicole. My name is Nicole. I am not a senior, but I was asked to read someone special's speech, her senior speech, because she was not able to be here because she is serving in the Marines and she's currently at boot camp and working really hard. So she left me directions, and she said, "Don't cry, Nicole." And I already broke them, but I'm going to try and get through her speech without crying. Okay. Hello, Camp Nazareth. To everyone who knows me, and to those who don't, I hope your week at camp was splendid. Unfortunately, my summer was cut short. Instead of going to church camp, I'm going to boot camp for the next 3 months. I was pretty bummed that I would be missing my senior year at camp. I have been attending Camp Nazareth since 2004. Camp is where I met my 2 best friends, Nicole Cinto and Sarah Cochran. Camp is where I felt comfortable with other kids who understood our traditions. Camp is where I met everlasting friends. I am ending with a quote from Timmy Getz that he said in his senior speech 2 years ago when he was a camper of the week and I was a runner-up. When he was camper of the week and I was runner-up. Not all of us get the chance to come back, so make sure you all come back next year, or come to the encounter in the fall for all the ones who can't. Love you all. You'll all be in my prayers. Just Pack. Thank you for everything.